Hello, everybody. We are back. The Forsaken Kingdom. We have myself. I am the Dungeon Master. We have Ukla, Ulik, Durzo Blint, and Narcissus. No second name. He's no bitch. When last we left, our intrepid adventurers were heading back to the Lord of the Mansion of the town of Farrell. Farrell. I still can't figure out the fucking pronunciation of it. Only to discover that all of his servants, once they entered into the foyer of the decadent mansion, were brutally slaughtered. Blood everywhere, gore, viscera, just nastiness. They split up into two. Durzo went upstairs to check in all of the rooms to see if the Lord was still alive and or still there. And Ukla and Narcissus had discovered a tunnel on the outside of the house going into the what would be considered the cellar or basement. A giant a giant archway of stones that had been removed. It looked like an escape tunnel, and that's where they were. That's where they were headed. So, to the main screen, so we can get rid of that extra music. And we're back. We're back here to talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Durzo. So starting with Durzo Blint. This is the Night of Chaos after all, so we'll do that. And Durzo, you had gone up. You go up the stairs. There's blood that's still dripping down as if it was only freshly made there. You see bits and bits of like chewed up flesh, and you find out, you pass a finger. So essentially there's a trail of gore going up this stairwell on both sides, by the way. You get to the top of the stairwell, and to the right where the Lord's room is and his daughter's room is still the door is still closed, but the Lord's room is open and ajar, and you can see the light from a sconce is streaming out, and there's a pool of blood right outside his door. To the right, where you had where Ukla had engaged in battle towards where the attic entrance was, the ladder is down still, and doors to the left and to the right. There are approximately 4. There's 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Those doors, 3 of them are open, the one on the farthest left and the 2 on the right. So those are open. You're on mute. Remember, guys, I had muted you to do the intros. I wanted to make sure that we did a clean one this time.
Pull out both my swords.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kick open his door, check his room.
Okay. When you kick open his door, you do see what remains of a servant. She's lying face down at the foot of his bed.
Don't even pay attention to that. I'm just looking for him.
All right, take it easy. I'm painting the scene here, you fuckface. It's fucking... These people from Florida, they are really impatient. I guess that's why they eat the homeless when they take drugs down there. I don't know if
they taste good with adobo.
With adobo and some Lowry seasoned salt. Okay, so he's not present in the room when you first visually inspect it. Now he does have a small what looks to be like a built walk-in closet to the left. And you don't see any lights coming from there. It's just there's a reflection from what looks like a mirror at the far end of that room. You have a visual, you can see most of it, and you don't see anyone there in that space. Again, there's a huge pool of blood at the foot of his bed where his servant was. His bed is not made; it's completely messed up. The room does smell of her because she had let go of her sphincter action, and so she pooped all over herself, as dead bodies are apt to do. So there's that smell. You can hear. All right. Matter of fact, roll a perception, and I'll tell you if you hear it or not. You know what? I already told you hear it, so I'm giving it away. So in other words, so you hear some faint noises coming from the hall.
Oh.
All right. You come out into the hall, and You can see one of the servants. She had opened the one closed door, and she's pulling herself out of the doorway. And she's you can her face. There's a huge gash on the right side of her face. I'm doing it on my left on the
Right.
camera, but the right side of her face, there's a huge gash, and she's just whimpering as she's pulling herself. She has her nightgown
So I'm gonna
on.
go to her. What happened?
All right, you run down the hall and you get to her, and she sees you. She seems relieved to see a person, and she's like, "These monsters, they came. They almost got me. Something distracted it."
What happened to the Lord?
I don't know. All I heard was screaming, and I couldn't leave my room. And she doesn't have a window, so there is no way for her to scream outside. Now, she says,
So I'm gonna scream out, Captain.
okay. You scream for the captain, and you hear him bark an order, and at least 4 soldiers come up the stairwell, and he's trailing.
This lady
he's
needs
trailing
help.
behind her. So he's like, "Fetch the healer now!" So one of the 3 goes back down the stairs. And
The
he
Lord
comes
is
over.
not in his room,
We need to
and
find
there's a
him.
dead servant in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and start kicking doors open and checking for him.
Okay. Excuse me.
There you go. There go that professional. There you go.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it right, baby. All right. Kicking every door that is either slightly ajar or closed, you find the same grisly type scene. All of his servants have been murdered. All of them have had those bite marks and that you were familiar with from the town of Lohmeyer when you first encountered them. So
Do I smell sulfur?
you do smell sulfur, yeah. Above all these stenches of the blood and the guts and the poop and the pee, you do smell that scent of sulfur in the air. Now I need you to roll a perception.
Normal roll, right?
Yep.
I just want to make sure I'm okay if I got it on normal, everything. All right, I do.
Narcissus said butt cheeks still have left their mark on you. your butt chompings.
Nothing. Nothing.
All right, give me 1 second. I gotta fix this here. So no one can see this stupid thing. There we go.
Oh, look at that pretty little map. Oh, you didn't put no map on.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, I saw the corner of Forsaken Kingdom. I thought it was a map.
All right. With that, you don't. Your perception doesn't allow you to, but you can hear the captain's like, "What is that?" And he turns and
Look.
looks towards that attic ladder.
All right, I'm gonna tell him.
Now you can hear it a little bit better. You can hear you can hear scratching.
I'm gonna say, Toman, let me go in first. I would say, get the guards ready. This is a demon attack.
Okay.
These are dretches. So I'm gonna go up the ladder.
All right.
Have one blade ready to stab.
Have one blade ready to stab. So you're dual wielding, correct?
Well, I can't dual wield, but when I'm standing in front of whoever, I am dual wielding. But since I'm climbing a ladder, I can only have one.
Yep.
So I'm just climbing up, and then whatever, I'm just gonna if it's something like a monster or something, I'm gonna stab.
Okay. Now. All right. So you didn't roll stealth. So you're climbing up, and in the back corner of that room, you can hear.
Hey, I'm gonna yell, hey,
Okay.
rolling this nigga.
When you whoa, stop using damn N-word.
Ah,
Swear to God. All right. So when you yell out, "Hey,"
pull out the other sword.
are you still going up? So I'm assuming that you didn't go the whole way up, but you did see it as you're, you know.
No, I was gonna be totally
Okay.
up
All right. All right.
on both feet. Pull out the other sword.
Okay. So you see it, and
I'm gonna.
you know what? Hold on for a second. I'm gonna switch the map so that you can get a better idea. That's gone to.
Hey Lou,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark on it.
All right. That you have to do the initiative first. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you see it. It backs up and it turns to see you. You know, blood dripping from its disgusting lips. So let's do the initiative.
All right, we're gonna do a nature, right? Give me a second.
Remember to. There you go.
Yes.
All right. And. Yep. So it got a natural 20.
Who, the creature?
The creature did. Yes. It's
You see, I know you paying.
It's
I know you paying.
It's on the turn order. You should be able to see it. So let me switch the map for everybody to see.
I don't see nothing.
Just give me a sec.
All I know is I'm getting jerked over it.
That's possible. It is possible. Yeah. It is entirely possible, my friend.
You and Steve are sharing the cost on that modifier for the dice roll.
You know what? I gotta move everybody back because this thing. Unfortunately, I'm using OBS and it's not as intuitive as I would love it to be.
Did you put a different screen on? So
I did.
Refresh.
So just give me a
Refresh.
sec. There it is. I gotta change that. So let's fix this here so that you and everyone else can see what I'm doing.
Where did you get that photo from? That's a sick looking photo.
What are you talking about?
Forsaken Kingdom photo.
I just searched the internet and it looked cool, so I just took it. Probably shouldn't have, but that's what it is.
It looks good.
All right. So thank you, sir.
I don't got no map though.
All right. Yeah, I'm coming to it now. So I want to make sure that everybody can see what's happening and the rolls and everything. So there's that, and I'm going to switch you over. All right. So the thing sees you and immediately leaps over this barrel here to get to where you are. The stairs are there, so I'm going to move you over, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has 2 attacks, so that's what it's going to do. And I need you to roll a DC, a Constitution save, please.
This roll Constitution, right?
Correct. And I had to change this. Apologize.
What the?
Oh, it begins? It begins, sir? It begins?
Dude,
right.
it's garbage, man.
All right. So with the bite, it does hit you for 1 point of damage. So it just nips at you. But the... Hold on a second. I think this music is a little bit on the loud side, at least for me. Is it too loud for you guys? Or is it just me?
No, it's not too loud.
All right. So the fetid cloud is a disgusting green gas that extends from the dretch. It spreads around the corners of the room and is lightly obscured. For 1 minute, it disperses. Any creature that doesn't make the Constitution save will be poisoned until the start of its next turn, and you have to continually roll your Constitution save.
Okay.
So while poisoned in this way, you can either take an action or a bonus action, but you can't do both. So in other words, it takes away any bonus action that you may already have. All right.
All right.
So it
So,
did 1 point of damage, and it's your turn now.
All right. I'm gonna hit it with my sword,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going like every attack is to like hit it at the neck.
Understood.
Wait a minute. Let me. Go there.
Oh, that was my notepad. Oh, there it is.
And I got both my swords out, so it's a double attack.
The second one will be without your bonuses, so it'll just be a raw roll.
All right.
Okay. It doesn't matter. So it's 19 on both. You subtract the 6.
Whack, whack.
All right, so you crack it twice, and you can see it start. It's a huge spouts of blood, are like huge spouts of blood as you smack it both times, and it yells out. But it yells out in pain. You can see it, but it's still coming after you. All
Okay.
right, so this is the second round, so it's going to bite and claw you again. So the first attack is an unnatural 20, or they call it a dirty 20. So it's a dirty 20 and a dirty 20 and a 21. So it hits you with both. So you suffer 12 points of damage, and also take off the 1, so 13 total.
All right,
So-
give me a second. All right. Same thing.
All right, so roll it. You got to roll your con save, because that cloud has not dispersed.
This is
All right, so you are aside from crying because you can't get what you want. It's unbelievable. This
dude, it's garbage, man.
All right. Go ahead, make your attacks. Sorry about that. 19 and a 9.
Another 9 points.
So you did 13 on the first one, and then another 9. So that is 22.
Like I said, I'm still hitting that neck spot.
All right. So on that first slice, you take its head right off, and it just boom lands on the floor.
And now I'm gonna go and check who was the one that he who he was chewing on.
When you get there, you can see there was It looked like it looked like a what was left, and from what you can tell by the sizes of the clothing, as blood soaked as they are, it looked like it was chomping on a child.
Oh God. Was there ever a description of the child that was taken from the scholar?
He was a boy. He was approximately 10 years old. He was 10 years old. Black hair, blue eyes, but that's about it. No scars. It didn't really get into too much detail. But there's nothing left here for you to be able to discern what it is. At most, you see like the remains of 1.5 legs.
All right.
It made quick work of this thing.
What I want to do is I'm going to yank out a couple of teeth real quick from it.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'm just going to take its head and bring it down.
Well, when you grab its head, you can hear a sizzling action as it's
melting?
as it's deteriorating. Yes.
Okay. The teeth and all?
Yeah, everything.
Okay. So fuck. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to do heal wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't even do my my other thing that I wanted. So
because that was a bonus action, right?
Yeah. Hunter's Mark is you do. I couldn't even do that because that takes a round.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just do that. 7 hit points. Okay. So let me add 7.
Go back to this one.
Now, let me ask you a question. I did suffer again from the poison, and what was that, 1 point of damage?
There's no. The 1 point was the bite, the first bite.
Okay. So
that's 7. Why in total it did 13 points.
Okay. So I healed myself, go down.
So the captain, he's at the ready. His men, he has like 3 other men that are there. He's like,
I said, what happened? I fought the demon and I killed it, but it was eating on a child, what's left of a child. The commander's not here. You can
hear the woman. She screams, "No, my baby!" And she passes. She doesn't pass out, but she's just like in shock.
Right.
As one of the men is trying to tend to coo her and calm her down.
Captain Tolman, I suggest you get your guards and get ready.
Get ready.
I'm going to follow the tracks. Do you know where my companions went?
So they went out. They went outside. They didn't say where.
All right. So what I'm going to do is, so basically, as for what I seen and what Tolman looked, also we couldn't find the commander.
Not in any of the rooms. Just
right.
bodies.
So I'm going to go outside and I'm going to find the tracks of these guys. Or ask anybody. Anybody seen where the big barbarian go?
A couple of the garrison soldiers said they went around the back of the house.
All right. I'm going to go that way, and I'm going to follow their tracks and see where they go.
Okay. With that segue, we are back to we're back to these 2 lovely gentlemen who are hot on the heels of they're pursuing who they believe to be the kidnappers. Going into the tunnel, you can tell that it was crudely fashioned. It was fortified with wood all around every 10 feet. So this was definitely some sort of escape tunnel that wasn't recently built. So it's been here for a while. When you get about 100 feet through, and you get to the other end, and it's another storage area. You can see some barding equipment on the wall, that's saddles and some saddlebags that's on hooks on the walls. Some bridle equipment for horses. There's there's sacks of where their rations are. I'm just describing the room, understanding that there's a sense of urgency on your part. But this is what you see. There's a wooden step ladders that are going up, and you can see the doors are opened. The bulkhead doors, are open. There is a slight blood trail going up those stairs. Going up the stairs, assuming you're going to do that, you get outside and you're 50 feet from the outer wall of where his mansion would have been. So if I said 100, I'm not giving you the right dimensions, but in other words, it's outside of the fort walls. So it took you whatever length of time, however long the passageway was, it did take you outside of the gates.
That's what I was telling you.
So
I was telling you to send guards around. Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay.
You were talking to Narcissus. I'm
Yes.
All right. When you get out, there are no horses that are there. There's no one there. But you do see hoof prints, like they're fresh. I'm not going to make you roll for that, but you do see them. Now, Ukla, because
anything?
you don't have any lights, there are no lights. No.
No.
You would have to have a torch with you. You would
have had to
have had the torch in order to go through the tunnel anyway. It was pitch black.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Pull out your sword.
Okay.
I grab his sword and catch light on it.
All right. So when he does that, your sword starts glowing a yellowish amber light. So it's the effective radius of a torch.
Lou, I'm gonna take my war horn and I'm gonna blow it to let them know that we're here.
Okay. Durzo, you hear it because it's a loud horn. He's a war horn. It's like, brr, brr, brr.
Now, question. That's before I even go down into the cellar, right?
That's as you're coming out and coming around the house. You can hear it. You can hear it. It's directly from where you are. It's directly ahead of you towards the north where the walls are. So
okay.
All the
Full
soldiers,
speed.
They come around. You can hear the captain barking orders from upstairs. He's like screaming at the top of his lungs, and you guys you start heading there. Problem is,
I'm gonna try to track it.
Okay.
The horse things.
Okay. Roll in nature.
Oh, nature.
Mm-hmm. Or survival. I'm sorry. You did it right.
Oh.
You did survival. Either way,
Lewis.
Yes.
Lewis, with my nature,
it's survival.
Can I determine?
It's not nature. It's survival. But
okay.
I'm sorry.
No. Hold on. I have nature or survival.
Yeah.
Give me a second if you don't mind.
I interrupted you. So if you're trying to track, it's survival, not nature. I said it wrong.
No. I'm trying to see how long. Can I determine how long these prints has been here?
That would be survival. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll my survival. I got a +2 on it.
Okay. Just make the roll. The bonuses are added.
Did it roll?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you got a 12.
And it looks like they've been. You estimate between 10 to 20 minutes that they've been since they moved.
They're gone already, bro. They're gone. We need to hurry up. I'm gonna. Do I see anybody coming when I keep?
You can hear noise you can hear guards barking orders, but they're inside the keep walls. So there's a.
So I raise the sword. Wait, hold on, Lou. If I raise the sword up and I start swinging it like that,
okay.
Can they see it?
On the battlements, you can see soldiers pointing. There they are. Shoot your arrows, every single arrow at that light. She's like, I see him, my lord. I see the barbarian and the snake guy. No, they don't know you're a snake guy. He's like, I see them. So they're fetching some those rope ladders to hook onto the outside of the wall. To get to where they are, it's a flat wall. So it's a cobblestone and mortar, brick and mortar type wall. So you'd have to either climb it or find the battlements in order to get to find the tower, the nearest tower to get to the battlement. And the nearest tower is going to take you about 5 minutes to get to. Not 5 minutes, about a minute and a half off of where you are. Where you see the soldier pointing. He has his torch in his hand. I'm talking to Durzo. He's at that wall pointing at these guys.
I'm going to climb over.
Athletics, please. Difficulty is a 10.
Damn, 20 minutes. So they got a 20 minutes food.
Come on, man.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm going to say that you do climb it, but with some difficulties.
He's like,
It's like everything you roll is like garbage.
listen, I've been complaining about this for God knows how long. So don't get me started.
Anybody that should happen to watch this now live or at some point in the future, I did not pay anybody to fix these rolls.
Yes, he
Liar.
did. Yes, he did.
Liar.
No, he paid that $200 extra membership.
Listen,
that's a $200
I'm
extra
saying
membership.
that him and Steve chipped in. I listened to Steve's game today, and it was the same thing. Nobody could roll good. Everybody got jerked.
I couldn't roll jack. My rolls was trash, straight trash.
Damn, what's the name of that? What's the name of that group
that modified
the movie The Conjuring? No, we need to get them. we need to get the demonologists to come and work on this. Yo, Lou. So I'm gonna, I'm trying to press these guys to hurry up and get here. So
well, they can only move but so fast because there's no way to get down from the outside.
Lou, I would like to try again.
To do what?
To try and follow the tracks.
Okay. Following the tracks is not going to be a problem because they're literally the only tracks.
Distance.
It's just Ookla was the only. Ookla was he specifically tried to determine how long since they've been here, and you guesstimated around between 10 to 20 minutes that they have a head start on you. Now at full speed, if these horses are going at full speed, they have a huge head start on you guys. Assuming they're going at full speed, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna see. I know why he did this. He's trying to get us to go back into that fucking wretched place again. That's exactly what he's trying to do. So he's using the Lord as a ransom. He's basically forcing our hand.
He's using him as bait.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys, you finally get over the wall. Durzo, over both walls. I'm not gonna make you roll in athletics because you will fall off the wall and die. With the way
Lou, he'll roll a wall, fall off the wall, hit his head on a rock, and break his neck.
Yeah, if I roll a 1, then most likely I probably will.
Say, hey guys, I see you. I'll come down. No. Just do an epic belly flop off the wall.
Listen, I'm walking back and forth and I'm seething.
Mm-hmm. It's understood. The soldiers, you and Durzo and about a half dozen soldiers finally get to you. And the soldiers are like, where are they? Where have they gone?
I'm gonna point the direction, and I'm gonna say they're gone. They're on horses, and look at their tracks right here. We need horses, and we need to get on them now.
We have
that you can feel the hate coming off me, bro.
Such reckless hate. Now, you can hear you can hear the north gate opening. That's the one. That's the private. That's the entrance. That's the only gate that is specifically for the command and his.
Yeah, man. You remember I was telling you, Steve, to send men out here, but oh man,
you can hear a bunch of horses coming in your direction. You can
and not for nothing.
The captain.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No.
The captain does arrive with at least 12 men on horseback, and he says, "So where are they?"
I'm going to determine which way they went.
Okay.
I want to determine which way. You said
survival.
Survival for Shraki.
I got to look at this roll.
14.
Okay.
With a +2.
Look at him. He's like,
16. Okay.
16.
Bro, you saw he was sweating.
He was sweating. All right. So it's heading southeast.
I'm going to tell them southeast.
Okay, so you
At
all
the same
know
time,
you all know that southeast is Lohmeyer.
I told you. Oh no! Oh my God! They're gonna go. Yo, nigga, we gotta get. I mean,
okay.
I look at the captain. I look at the captain and tell him they're either heading towards Lohmeyer or they're heading towards the tomb. That's on the way there.
So he says, "Get these men some horses now." You three, as a matter of fact, you three, get off. It's like the rest of you. He said, "The rest of you get as many men as possible."
I'm like, get off.
Get half. He's like, get half the garrison if you must.
The second he says it, bro, I am on the horse and I'm out.
And he orders his men he gives the order for a huge contingent of his men to follow, to go in that direction, to find the road, and to be there as soon as possible. Knowing that Lohmeyer is at least a day and a half. It was more or less a day and a half journey.
No, 4 days. 4 days.
It was a 4-day journey, and
and the tomb is halfway between that.
Yeah. So you start heading out.
I will let the captain know, Captain Tolman. I'll do my best to bring him back.
No, he's going with him.
Am I correct?
Yeah. Is he coming?
He's captain. He has to come.
I didn't know. I thought he was going to stay. We're leaving the fort.
Go. I'm good.
Guys, go. Good. I'm taking.
So that's the case. When I jump on the horse, Lou, I bring my horse over towards the captain's horse, and I touch the bit on the horse, and I cast light on this bit, and then I turn and go because I can see in the dark.
Oh, okay. So the horse is a little startled, and by little it bucks, and he's just like, "What the hell?" And he's just like, "You're a sorcerer." And he doesn't say anything else. He says, "Move out!" And
hold on. I'm gonna go to the guy and I'm gonna pick him by his legs and start swinging him around and then throw him into the river and get on the horse.
You're an idiot. He's like, "I was getting off anyway."
Then I roll the water and I go with him.
You catch on the spur and you go right into the water.
And I break my neck on the rock. And the same rock, Durzo broke his neck.
They both on the same rock. Okay.
So we going, bro. Yo, so we going full speed. Full speed, Pops. Full speed.
Okay.
And this is not my horse, so I'm pushing the bastard.
Okay. The ride, you ride about an hour. You an hour into that ride, and you're still following the tracks. You have Durzo's who's tracking. He has a couple of his own men that are also trying to follow to make sure to follow the tracks. You get to what looks like a fork in the road, one that leads back to the main road going into the city, and then one that continues southeast. And then there's a split. The trackers and Durzo, you guys had estimated that there were at least 4 riders. 2 of the riders had immediately made the turn to go back into the town, and then 2 continued southeast. So the captain stops his retinue, and I don't know what you guys are doing, but he orders everyone to stop.
So I stop. Yeah, I'm just double checking to make sure I'm getting down off my horse at the fort. I want to make sure that those tracks are fresh and is not something fake.
All right. So what you're gonna need to do is roll.
Yo, Lou, I'll be back. I'm gonna go AFK. I got to use the bathroom.
All right.
Investigation.
Do investigation. Yes.
I'm gonna aid him.
Now it's one of my skills. Do I get an advantage?
No, it's just proficiency. You get the proficiency bonus if you have it. So, what are you doing, Narcissus? You're gonna aid him.
I'm gonna aid him in investigating for the tracks, and I'm also gonna tell him to look for the tracks that are the deepest, because if the deepest tracks will have the body.
Okay. You can make. Yeah, you already made 2 rolls. Unfortunately, Durzo is not able to see which. It was the difficulty was going to be a 15, so it could be either or. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make one roll for one of his own trackers. Okay, let's see what it's based on what you said, and he has a proficiency of a 2 as well. And even his tracker can't tell. It could be either one of these tracks, my lord.
Hold on, Lou. I'm going to use my survival.
He's
what
talking
is it, survival?
to you, Narcissus. Yeah, for you it's going to be a difficulty of a 17 because everybody else is looking.
Okay,
and
I'll try.
Up the works. No, you know what? It's a straight 15. So go ahead. Roll survival.
Okay.
No, investigation. Sorry, not survival. Investigation.
Did it roll?
I don't see a roll. All I hear is noise. Somebody please mute yourself.
Hold on, I'm trying to hit the thing, but it won't allow me to hit it.
He's like, I know which way it went. It went.
Did it?
It went south.
Oh, forget about it. I told you, bro. I rolled the one. I was like, it went back to the town.
Lou, I'm gonna go 25 feet deeper on one side and check the tracks again.
Which?
On the left side.
The ones going back to town or the ones going southeast?
Southeast.
Okay, make your roll.
I'm going to check the ones going back to town, the same distance as Caesar.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man.
Okay.
Lou, me too. I'm doing the same thing too.
You guys are going to get one more roll at this, and then you're going to have to make a guess. All right, so you rolled intimidation.
19 pops.
You rolled intimidation.
Oh!
I did not pay anybody for any services for
this rolls. Is fucking ridiculous. This thing is a piece of shit.
I am just putting it out.
I'm going
there.
left. I'm going left.
I rolled 2 natural ones.
I'm going left.
I think it went around in a circle, and they're right behind us right now. They're all there.
Yeah. Take out your sword. Take out your sword.
This is where it is.
So I'm gonna.
All right. So there is the left is going back to town, and then directly ahead is southeast. So
I'm going towards Lohmeyer.
Narcissus is electing to go towards Lohmeyer. The captain is ordering. The captain is ordering half of his men to go back to town. So, and he's electing to follow Narcissus because he knows he's more familiar with Narcissus than you two. But that leaves you two to make a decision on what you're doing.
I'm gonna double check the tracks on the which I didn't, which is on the side of going back to town.
You guys got enough rolls, so you're gonna have to make a guess.
So D, you just want to go into the dark, lonely dungeon, dirty place?
I don't know what the hell that means.
What are you talking about? You mean the tomb?
This room, yes. Do you want to go into the tomb?
This is the thing, is that what if they made it look like they were going back, but then turned around and went back into town? They have a way of getting back into town.
Well, we're gonna have 25 men with us, so a certain amount of men with us.
Come on, bro. They're regular people.
It doesn't matter. So we're gonna go. Come on, D. Let's go.
That means nothing to me. Which way are you going?
Where are you going?
To the tomb.
All right. So you and you're following Narcissus and the captain. That leaves Durzo to make a decision.
Wait. Hold on. He's going to the tomb?
He's not going to the tomb. He's just going in the direction of it.
Okay, so
he's
then
going southeast.
Because I wanted to go to. How far is the town away from here? Hold on, before I make my final decision.
What are you talking about? The fort?
No.
The fort.
Lohmeyer is 4 days away.
Lohmeyer is about 4 days away. The tomb is about 3 of those 4 days away. So.
And the town with the old lady, that's where it's being divided to. Am I correct?
Or am I... Right now, that's where it's being divided to. Yes.
And how far is the town from the lady? You said a day away, right?
We just left that town, so it's like a couple of minutes behind.
Yeah, to ride back into the town, from where you are right now, it'll probably take you about 10 minutes, and that's if you're pushing your horses.
And that's okay. So I'm correct. Well, hold on, so I could just understand this because I don't want to get confused.
All right, so let me say it one more time.
Okay,
going back towards the fort will take you about 5 to 10 minutes at full speed in your horse. Going towards the south, that's going to take you 4 days to get to Lohmeyer and about 3.5 to get to the tomb. I mean, it only took you about a half day to get to the tomb from Lomai.
And Steve and them are going towards the tomb, right?
Narcissus and the Captain Tommen are going southeast.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go to the tomb because if they're gonna send 25 guys, how many guys are they
He's
sending?
sending at least a dozen, and which leaves
that's
a
good
dozen
enough.
with
So-
you, and it's
Yo, DD,
12,
can
14,
you
15.
Can I what?
the sound?
No, you just need to know which way you're going, Durzo.
I'm gonna follow.
Ukla, Narcissus,
Mr.
and
Sneaky.
Tommen are going southeast.
So which way you gonna go, Durzo? That's what we need to know.
Might as well go with you.
Okay. So you're all split. The men go in the direction back towards the town, and you guys head southeast. You did lose a precious minutes in trying to figure out between making attempts to track to see if Narcissus' theory rang true, but you weren't able. You just weren't able to determine whether or not it did pan out. But you did make a final decision and start heading out. You ride until your horses can't ride anymore, and you have to stop, which is in I'd say about 3 hours of hard riding. You push your horses until the point of exhaustion, which means that you have to make camp. That night, the men are sullen and silent, and they're eating their food, just like Ukla's fat face is eating in the camera. I hope it's delicious because, I hate you. But so the captain, he's passing around a flagon of wine. You guys are by yourself. His men they set up their own little tents. And they've also set up watches. So
Lewis.
Yeah. I hate you so much. That's why you're rolling ones, and that's why I paid for those ones.
I got to admit it.
I did not pay for those ones, damn it. They just happened. You suck.
Okay, so go ahead.
So the captain comes over. He hands Narcissus the flagon of wine, and he says, "I don't understand," because he's just you guys are conversating, and as part of that, he says like, "So what was it that set the Lord off?"
All right, so I tell him everything
Because he still doesn't understand why you got kicked out, why he was so pissed.
I will explain to him the entire saga that we've gone to up to this point. I tell him about the town. I tell him about the ruby. I tell him about the crypt, the missive that we found in the crypt. I tell him what the missive said. I tell him what the guy wrote in his diary. I tell him about the chain that we got. I tell him about the third piece that the Lord may have, that he swore to protect, that cost him his family.
Now, do I hear that about the third piece, Lewis?
Dude, lower your mic a little bit, and it's loud and distorted. So just a tiny
How's that?
Perfect. Yeah, you guys are all surrounded. You're at the campfire.
We're all sitting there, we're all drinking, and
you're all drinking and talking.
Now,
sips and passing the bottle around. I tell him all of that.
Am I correct? I remember Steve explaining what was in what the scholar wrote and stuff like that, right? What it was said, or you kept that to yourself?
Even if you didn't remember, he's telling you now.
I'm telling you now.
All right.
And I also told the captain about all my theories on this. And
there was three items. There was 3 items that they needed. Okay, they needed the jewel, they needed the necklace, and they needed a pure soul. They have the pure soul already. The little boy. Okay.
You know this.
The other 2 items.
He asked you if you know this for certain.
We know that the boy is missing, and when the demons came and killed the scholar, they took the boy. We couldn't find the body.
They were still looking for the boy in the town.
You could. They're looking. That was before. He's looking for. They're looking for him now, but that's what I'm thinking. They're saying they needed a young child, a pure young child. Okay. Why did they kill the Lord's daughter, who was a pure young child also.
The king, the Lord has another piece that we
It
don't know
has
about.
to be a pure soul, which it has to be like a child.
So you think
Those
that
are the
they
three-
did
those-
some sort of witchcraft on the Lord's daughter?
No,
No.
that was just a evil. That was just an evil being that did that. What I seen was that was not done by any human mind. Any normal human mind.
There's another piece to this that we don't know. And I know what you're saying, Durzo. I understand. But I think there's one more piece that we're missing. And Lord has that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has it.
So
Now, if he didn't give it up the first time, there is absolutely no reason for him to give it up now. So
that sounds, Captain, it's like that.
The
That sounds reasonable. The
possibility-
man is extraordinarily dense. And
the
even
possibility
more stubborn.
that they circled back around to the town to force him to give it to us is there. Now that I'm thinking, because I wasn't thinking earlier. So there is a possibility that we're just chasing a tail right now, trying to catch up to them. That could be a possibility.
That is true.
But that's
Lou,
hanging
can
on.
I roll again for investigation? Because now it's 3 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
And check the road and see if those tracks are fresh and how many horses and stuff like that. And not only that, to see if there's one horse that it looks like it's holding more weight, like another body.
Okay, so now you're going to have, if you do it, because it's night, unless you use a torch.
Why do I need a
Yeah,
torch?
right.
I got night vision.
Your night vision is black and white.
Your night vision is going to give you a disadvantage to that kind of a roll.
All right. I'm going to say, Narcissus, let's get some torches together. I want to see something before we keep on heading.
And I really shouldn't have told you that much, but you would have figured it out.
So we're going to put 4 torches. We'll light up some pieces of wood and put up 4 torches.
Okay, so
on the
are you
road.
doing that immediately, or are you still having a
Yes.
conversation?
No, I'm doing that immediately.
All right, Narcissus.
Once he started talking about that, I wanted to check.
I cast light on his sticks because there's no sense of starting fires. I'm
That's
just saying it wouldn't-
that's a cantrip, yes?
yes,
Okay,
the one I got from my book.
right. So he's able to cast the light charm on your torches, your unlit torches. And that reminded me of the Hitchhiker's Guide. He's like, did that door just sigh? All right.
So I cast light on the torches.
So okay, roll investigation.
17
All right.
plus 5.
The tracks do not indicate. It looks like there were 2 riders. However, Narcissus' theory does not bore out on these tracks. In other words, they're not hugely deep. The problem is that the riders were riding fast, so there's a distinct possibility. All right, mute that mute that, please.
Yeah.
There's a distinct possibility that the additional weight from the Lord may not have been on one of these horses.
Now you know I rolled a 22, right?
Yes, I know.
So that's like top of the line right there.
Top of the line.
Yeah, that means you can't come and give me like a half-ass. Like
Didn't
I
give you a
would
half-ass.
know.
I'm not giving you a half-ass. A lot of time has passed by. So
So these tracks look like it was only 2 riders
correct.
without carrying additional weight.
Correct.
So he apparently doubled back because the guy didn't give up the item yet.
Now you know there was 3 guys left.
4.
We only got rid of one. Well, there was 4 original. You killed 1, so there's 3. So now 2 are going there. Now it could have been just those 2 just picking up. But it had to be the main guy there also.
When we were tracking them, they said there was 4 horses.
I said there were 4.
And they split up 2 and 2. So there was a party of 5.
Or potentially more.
But remember, Garrett was part of the whole scheme, so he could have just filled in the place of the guy we killed.
Then there's that. So your instinct, based on your role, Durzo, is that the additional weight, based on what Narcissus had said, is not as part of these tracks.
I'm gonna say I truly believe that they might still be in the fort.
So you coming back to the camp to tell them that?
I'm gonna let Narcissus know
because
first.
The captain is still sitting there talking with Ukla.
I'm gonna go to Narcissus.
You guys just got up and just went to the road, and he's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys?" But
I'm gonna let Narcissus know.
You know, you both have a line of sight, meaning Ukla and the captain. You can see them that they're still searching the road, checking the tracks with their magically lit sticks, and they're talking. And you come back to the camp, and he does let everybody know that he thinks that they're still back in the town. So the captain is like, so what? So we've been following nothing. We've been following a decoy. Is that what you're saying?
Following a decoy, yeah.
The weight in the prince just doesn't match.
At the rate of speed of the horses are going, and as hard they have to be running to get ahead of us, the extra weight would have been shown in the footprints. And the footprints here don't show that weight. My thing is that there's 4 of them now, so I'm assuming that maybe Garrett joined them.
With that, he's just like,
wait, hold on.
Fucking traitor.
Hold on.
So,
what about if they had an extra horse? Excuse me. And they put the Lord on the extra horse.
There's only prints for 2 horses.
The way they wounded him, unless they tied him onto the horse, that could be another.
Yeah, but anything could happen. Remember, we don't know how long between they were. I mean, if they had enough time to kill everybody in this place, demon-eating people, and all this other stuff, and you don't even know if he's actually hurt or not, because we don't know whose blood, who's all this blood. So,
I'm quite sure that he wasn't going alive.
Yeah.
So
if I know my lord, he did not go down without a fight.
Yeah, but he has the power of healing. Maybe they could have healed him, put him on the horse.
Who has the power of healing?
Who has the power?
Put him on this. Durzo.
What?
Dude, why am I gonna heal the?
No, you're not understanding me. What I'm trying to say is that Durzo has the power of healing. So how you know none of these people?
Oh, okay. I get you now. I'm like, what?
They could have just healed them, put them on the horse, so there won't be any blood dripping all over the place.
So this is all fine and good. This is a lot of theories and a lot of conjecture, but we need action. He says we've already embarked on this journey. So to double back, they say if we go back, it's going to take us several hours to get back into the town.
The prince tell me one thing, that there shows no extra weight, only 2 horses, high speed. How long ago?
Again, you still have that 20. It's like 10 to 20 minute head start on you.
10 to 20 minutes. They're 10 to 20 minutes ahead. So say a half an hour ahead of us. Okay. But it's only showing the weight of just one person on a horse.
So a decision must be made, gentlemen. I say we press on. But if you need to go back, if you believe that you have to go back to see if your theory bears out, then you are more welcome to do. You can do that. And it says, I'm not going to stop you, but I'm going to continue on to Lohmeyer. If we can catch up to them, then. So one of his advanced scouts comes back with a couple of horses, and all the soldiers come out, and he had sent an advanced scout out. Once the horses were somewhat rested, he sent one of his men out, and he comes back with 2 extra horses, and they have barding, but he also has 2 bodies. No, not sorry, 2. 1 body draped over it. He says, "My lord, my lord." He said they had it looks like they had extra horses to switch to keep riding.
So whose body is that?
So it looks like the body of a peasant. He said the captain theorizes that they may have hired this man and they killed him on the way. They killed him when they switched the horses. So now they're farther apart.
Yeah, so that means
apparently they can either see in the dark or they know their way.
Probably can see in the dark.
Well, the main.
So it could be possible that they got this guy knocked out on a separate horse.
We'll push forward.
And that's the reason why you don't see his weight on.
So he orders his men to strike camp. Because they're gonna have to make up some time, even if it means getting the horses pushed even further.
Lewis, guys, I'm gonna head back.
You're gonna head back?
I have an aching feeling. I do believe they're still in town. I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna say, Captain Tolman. Do you have somebody in town, one of your men that you trust, a lieutenant, someone that you know that is truly loyal to the Lord besides yourself?
This is, sorry to say this, but who I thought was just as loyal is the one that's betrayed us. Besides that, he has a sergeant. He's a sergeant at arms, but his name is Carvo.
Okay. Do you have parchment? Something that you could write just to let him know I'm gonna see him.
Oh, we don't got time for all of this, man.
Well, the men are almost done striking the camp. So he's just looking around. He's like,
I hand him something to write with.
All right, it's good because he was thinking about ways to be PC about telling you to go fuck yourself because they don't have a lot of time. But Narcissus has that at the ready. He hands it to him. He's like, the light, please, and he takes out.
We got 4 torches.
He has he has that anxiety, and he's not nervous, but he's just like trying to not
rush it. He's
trying not to pierce the paper. So he just writes something really quickly to Carlo, letting him know that you are a trusted man. Your name is Durzo Blint, and he signs it, and he's like, oh shit, I don't have my seal. So he writes something at the bottom. He's like, this will let him know that it's coming from me. You're muted.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Understood. I admire your tenacity. So his 2 of his men come over on the horses. They're like, sir, we're ready. They have extinguished the campfires and lit a bunch of torches because none of them are elves. They're all human. So he says, good fortune to you. And he gets on his horse. Assuming you guys get on your horses and you start heading out.
We go follow.
Okay.
Good luck, Durzo. Be careful.
All right.
So, be safe, my companions.
So I'm going to stick with Durzo. You make that, you push your horse to the brink of exhaustion. And you can see it. You can see the lights from the battlements of the 2 towers on the eastern gate. and the gates themselves are closed. You see two men on both sides of the tower.
I'm going to approach the gates.
So you can hear one of them yell down.
I'm going to pull my hood off. I'm going to say, my name is Durzo Blint. I'm here on Captain Toman's request. I left with his party and I came back. I have a parchment for Sergeant at Arms Carbo.
So the soldier on the right, they're both holding crossbows, and they're holding them at you. And the one on the right, he turns to whatever's behind him. And then there are two more men appear on the battlements to his left and the right. And the one to his left immediately takes his crossbow, aims and fires, and hits the guy on the other side of the battlement. And the other two are going to shoot at you. I'm going to roll initiative.
Holy shit. All right. This is fucking garbage, bro. This is insane, man.
So I'm just going to pick a token and then roll it twice.
Like I got a plus fucking 4 and I'm rolling up a 6.
So it was a 4 and a 7. So I'm going to change.
Lou, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So give me a second.
Your lips are moving.
No, it's this mic. It's one of those where if you move away, you can't really hear too much, and then I come back. So it's not really picking up a lot of sideways noise. Let me change this here. There we go. Yeah, what the fuck?
Picking that up nice and clear.
That you got, right? All right. So just give me a sec here, guys.
Yay, it's the shit rolling party.
It is the shit rolling party. These guys are like total doo-doo.
Where you going? Are you taking breaks with you?
I could say something about that, but I'm not.
Probably a good idea.
It's definitely a good idea. Well, she took Sir Binks. He's not in the room with me no more. I'm hurt.
The initiative was a +1. I'm going to add the +1 here. So it's an 8. It really doesn't matter.
This guy's the what's that movie where the guy gets shot and he just falls on the floor? That's what happens to the white novel with crossbows.
Nah, Dwight's gonna pull the Matrix. He's like,
I hope so. But the way we've been rolling, I doubt it.
He's like this, catching all the arrows. Like 100 arrows all coming out of his head. Nah, see, but last second he'll smile and he's achieve the parry. Break, ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, you are an idiot. You are a true idiot.
Like I can use the power of my tools.
It's bloody birds. Bloody Two-Face.
I use my wood control powers and make all the arrows bend.
You are dumb.
No one can defeat the power of the beaver.
Of the Toofus. Crossbow does
1d8.
1d8, right? All right. So the first guard, he's gonna catch you with the crossbow. Your armor rating is what? Is it 15?
No one. He wins.
Okay.
Defender wins.
So when you're there, you see that it doesn't register right away, but then that second shot it sails past you.
All right, so
Now it's your attack. It's your attack.
Pull out my bow, and the one that shot at me, I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
15.
All right. So you shoot, but you can't tell if it hits. And it looks like the one you were shooting at just ducks. He ducks out of the way. Again, you're facing these
Towers.
These towers and their fires that are facing you. So it's hard for you to get some. You're not going to get any penalties. But in other words, you can't really tell unless they're directly in the line and directly in front of the signifiers in order to tell if you hit them. So the second tower guard is shooting you. And that sails wide too. So now it's wait, no. We're going back to the top of the initiative order. And that first guard's again taking his crossbow out. He reloads it and takes a shot. That one hits. You take that 4 points. You feel it pierce your armor right into your chest. It's your attack.
I'm going to shoot the same guy, the one who just shot me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, man. This is a garbage roll, bro.
You're just like, yeah, shit, fuck. No, every arrow he shoots is a curse word. All right, so the second guard is reloading, and he comes back over the edge and takes a shot at you. That one sails wide. Now it's back to the top where the first guard attacks. That one again sails wide. So they're just shooting random at you, trying to reload as quickly as they can.
All right, I'm gonna use my attack to just ride off to another gate.
Okay, so what we're gonna you have to remember if you're gonna disengage, you have to specifically say it, because if you don't, then they get an attack of opportunity. So
I'm disengaging.
For this time, we'll say that you disengage and you ride off.
Well, these funny rules, I don't know them, so I'm learning as I go.
That's why I'm explaining it to you. So now you finally take off. They try to take a couple of pot shots at you, and they hit the ground as you're riding off. Now you can, as you turn to ride off, you can hear the gates open, and there are men that are going to attempt to chase you on horseback. So you're gonna make your way you're gonna try to get to another gate?
Yes.
Okay. So the next one would be the north, not the north gate, because that's the one where the that's the Lord's gate. You can't enter to that one. Well, you could try to attempt to enter that one, or you're in the east, so the north, east, south.
I'm gonna go to the north gate.
All right.
I know there's guards there.
All right. You turn towards the north gate and you ride. When you get there, you see men in the towers, and they're bidding you to stop. And you can
I'm being chased.
So who are you?
My name is Durzo Blint. I'm here from Captain Toman. Captain Toman sent me, I have a parchment with his name on it. I'm here to see Carbo, Sergeant Carbo. And there's people in armor as yours, making believe they're soldiers, and they're chasing me right now. They took over the East Gate.
All right, I need you to make a persuasion check, please. And judging by his response, you'll know whether or not he believes he got the role.
Hell no. Not with that shitty ass roll.
Okay. So the men, they're almost on you, so you get one more attempt to try to persuade them. So he says, how do you know? He's like, how do you know Captain Carvel? He's like, where is the captain?
The captain left with a party to go looking for the Lord. I was one of the men who was in the Lord's keep helping. I was the one who saved the Lord. My name is Durzo Blint.
Okay, make a roll.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. All right. So he says, just wait So it's just wait there and throw down your arms, and we'll send
I cannot throw down my arms because there are men approaching me right now who are not soldiers of the fort. They're pretending. They are part of Garrett's group.
Make one last persuasion roll. Okay. So you can hear one of the men say, "Open the gate." And as they open, there's at least a half dozen pike men with long pole arms. They come out. They surround you. As they surround you, the other soldiers are riding up, and they all turn to them. And the lead soldier's like that. He's like, what does he say? He's like, "Seize that man. He attempted to assassinate the Lord."
No, I haven't. Where's Sergeant Carbo?
So the men that are below are they're confused. They don't know what to think, but they still have their weapons trained on you. At this,
I said I have a parchment right here, signed by Captain Toman, for Sergeant Carbo himself.
All right. The one of the men, he says, "Give it here," as he raises his
I'm not giving
arm.
it, not only unless it's Sergeant Carbo.
I'm going to make you make another persuasion roll. Okay. So unconvinced, the man there's all of these men are barking at each other. So the men that are ridden up, they seem a bit sketchy, a little too eager. You're muted. A little too eager to get you to be taken into custody. The men below you know that one of them, he's just like, you can hear him. You can barely make him out to say, "Wasn't he in the Lord the manor the other?" He said the other day he was. They're talking to each other. So he looks at you with a familiar. You don't recognize him because there were so many men in and out. But he says he turns and runs back in. He runs into back towards the tower, and after the men that were chasing, they're getting really antsy. They have their weapons out. One of them, you can see him starting to knock a crossbow.
I'm going to say, "Sir, look, he's already attempting to try to shoot me. He's loading his crossbow to try to get a shot off."
So the soldiers on the ground are telling everyone to not do anything until they can get the sergeant, which immediately evokes some, not panic, but a little bit more aggressive postures. So this man attempted to assassinate the Lord.
Sir, no, I haven't. I saved the Lord from the first attack.
right.
I was the one that helped him and made and patched his wounds.
As he's getting a little closer to try to, you can see he's positioning himself to take a swing at you. He's like, he's assassinated the Lord. I will wait no longer. And he raises his weapon. A crossbow bolt catches him right in the chest, and he falls off his horse. And then you can see the sergeant riding on a horse with his pikemen behind him. And he's like, he tells his men to seize them, and they immediately turn to scatter into all different directions.
Sergeant Carbo.
So a bunch of them, most of the 5 of the 6, they're able to get away. The one that's on the ground, he has that bolt that's sticking out of his his shoulder blade, and he's in pain. So they grab him, and he comes over to you. He has an eye patch. He looks like he's at least in his mid-50s, very grizzled. He says, "I'm Carbo. Who are you?"
My lord.
So
I'm going to give him the parchment.
He takes the parchment, angles himself towards what little light that he has from his torch, and you can see he's reading with his lips. He's just
right. He's not that, he's not literate.
He's like, come on in. He's like, come. He's like, he's fine. Arrest him. And find those others. So he says, the Lord, he says, the captain bid me to let you pass. He said, but what do you hope to find? What are you looking for?
Sergeant, we went because, as you know, Lord Commander is gone. He has been taken. We've been following tracks, but after more investigation, I have a feeling that it's just a ploy, that it's a setup, that the people who have them are back in the fort. Not only that.
You think they doubled back?
What was that?
He said, so you're saying they doubled back?
Yes. Not only that, this as a witness, I believe this person that you just right now, that he just got shot, is one of Garrett's men. Garrett and his men are in cahoots with the same people who took the Lord Commander. I'm here to see if I could find clues just to be on the safe side. My companions and Captain Tolman kept on going and following the tracks that are heading towards Lohmeyer. I'm sorry. I know I wrote it down.
No taking. It's a bitch. Okay, so what he says, so what do you need from me? This is to say, it's going to be near impossible to detect who's a traitor. Clearly, this is because I know some of those men. Well, he's like, I knew some of those men. If they've turned coat, if they have turned coats, then we have a bigger problem than even you can imagine.
Yes,
there were many men that were.
I'm going to explain what happened at the East Gate.
That were aligned with Garrett.
I'm going to explain what happened at the East Gate when I approached the East Gate.
Okay, so
he already killed one of your men.
He orders a bunch of his men to secure the East Gate and prepare for battle.
My lord, well, not my lord, Sergeant, protect yourself. I'm gonna try to see if I can.
Don't you worry about me, bitch. You don't.
I'm gonna do some investigating myself to see if maybe, hopefully, what I find is not what I'm thinking, in the sense of that they came back over here to the fort. Hopefully, it's just a hunch.
Okay, so where do you want to start? Because I want to start at I don't know you, so I'm going to accompany you.
I want to start back at the Lord's Keep.
Then let's go.
I want to double check.
I says, then let's go. So he offers you a hand to get on his horse.
I got my horse, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
My horse and follow him.
Yeah. So
I follow him.
Then let's go, and you turn and you start riding towards the keep. Now you two guys and the captain, you're pushing. You go for about another six hours. This is going to be a little time jumps. Okay. So the sun is just coming up over the horizon, and you're starting to lose. You see, you can still you still have a good beat on their tracks, except neither of you are trained, particularly trained. But one of his trackers he says there's beasts that he found some tracks along the side of the trail. So should we expect? He's just like the captain is just like. So these are your dretches, I assume.
I look at the tracks. Do they look like the dretches tracks?
They're three-toed, so it's a possibility. Yes.
Yeah.
It could be possible, but these
are they quadrupeds? Are they running on quads?
They're running on quads, yeah, on all fours.
So yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, and these people they don't move during the daytime, so we're safe.
Okay.
So we could catch up to them, hopefully.
Yeah, we could catch up to them now.
Unfortunately, you really have to get your horses rested. Now, when you get to a part of you're maybe about pushing your horses, you were able to shave off at least 6 hours from the entirety of your journey, and you have to stop. You have to take the barding off the horses and get them rested. The men are on edge. You're on edge. There's a quietness at this part of the dawn, where all the night creatures are bedding down and all the day creatures haven't yet awakened fully. You do hear birds here and there in the forest, and hold on a sec. Make sure the chances here.
Yo, Lou, the dog is with us, right?
Yeah, the dog wasn't going to be able to keep up with you guys.
Yeah, because I made sure he stood with us.
So unless you're carrying him with you.
Yeah, I carry him on the horse. He ain't going nowhere. He's my homeboy.
You can hear the morning crows as they're taking flight in the air. Who's...
That's my neighbor. That's the music.
All right, so I'm gonna mute you. Just mute yourself just so that we don't. All right. Now,
Yo, Lou, can we tell how many dretches tracks do they have by counting the footprint evenly?
You estimate that there are at least 4 to 5 of them.
And then 2 horses, right?
And the 2 horses, yes.
Yeah, so we're going the right way.
All right. Now, one of the soldiers comes up and he's like, "Sir, 2 of our men." He's just like he tried to do a head count, and 2 of the men are not. They're gone. They're not part. Them and their horses. They're nowhere to be found. So this soldier's like. The captain is just like, what are you talking? What do you mean? Like they're going back and forth, and he's like, it's possible that they were ambushed. They were at the back of the retinue. It's just like, could it be that they're following us and just leading us on a goose chase? It's like, how many men do you know? He's like, how many men do you know? He's talking to you 2 guys that he has with him. Do you have an idea?
It was 12, right?
Originally, it was 4, but we don't know how many men Garrett brought with him to join them.
So,
and this is another thing too. You don't know if those guys either got killed or they were with Garrett and they just separated from the group.
So Garrett had at least 20 men under his command.
So maybe those two guys were part of the Garrett group and they were just seeing where we were going. Then how do we know if the guys that went the other direction, how we don't know how many of them are with Garrett too?
All right. So with that, one of his men, you can hear he gets hit by something. He's like, oh! He turns and he falls to the ground, holding an arrow to his chest. And all you hear in the clearing, there's a small clearing to your left. All you hear in the echoing over the morning darkness is like, "You don't."
And I told him, "You see?" I told him, "Just like that. You see?"
Is that guy all right?
He's trying to, like the men have pulled him, and he's pulling the bolt out. He pulls the bolt out, and he's injured, but yeah. So everyone just, people are taking out their swords. Some of the soldiers have their spears. Some have crossbows. So it's equal distribution. So 4, 4, and 3, because the third one was a bowman, was a crossbowman, but he's injured. He's the one that got shot.
So do we know how many men they have on that side?
You don't even see anybody. You don't see anyone actually.
They're in the woods.
They're in the woods.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell them, hey, why you guys stop hiding and come out like real men, if you are real men.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is just for the sake of action and in dialogue, I'm gonna do an initiative. Okay. I'm gonna do one for the unknown number, and then you guys.
I need a token so I can mark it.
I apologize.
You know how to split the map, right? Put it in different maps.
Yeah, I did. I did split you guys. So back here, I have to change this. Oh no, you're right. There it is.
Oh, Durzo's not alone.
All right, so you guys should be able to roll your initiative now.
Did it roll?
Nice roll.
Of course I rolled a 2. Of course I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so I'm going to do this.
Did you click on your token and roll?
No, he
did.
didn't, because it would have shown
No,
up.
I did. No, I did. I clicked on the. Oh no, I rolled a 7.7.
No, that was me. You rolled a 2. I just did it to put you in the turn order.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just create a token for the captain.
Bro, this dice roll, I swear to God, man. I'm gonna have to do. How much money you paid, Luke? Come on, admit it. How much money you and Steve paid?
Sir? Thank you, sir. All right.
So I could just double the money.
Is that a money
Jesus
double?
Christ. man. 1, 2. Man.
Moment here, sir. This wrong guy. Nope, not those guys. Just pick anybody. Anybody will do. Here we go. This here is your captain. So that's the captain here. So I'm going to roll for him. Let me put this here.
Caw. Dookie.
All right, Captain Tommen does not take a decisive role here. And then for the unknown assailants, I'm just going to make a 20 roll. Let me put a blank token here. So the first to make an action would be Narcissus. Again, you saw the men fall, and oh crap! Did I get rid of that? Yeah, there it is. The man had fallen, and you hear the voice call out, "You don't!" And now he's bidding. All of his men are adopting defensive positions. A couple of them have shields. The ones with the swords have the shields. The pikemen don't. The crossbowmen don't. So, what are you doing?
So, I cast mirror image.
Okay. Is that one of your spells for the day?
Yep. I cast mirror image,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take my move action, and I'm gonna run towards them, and I'm gonna tell the captain, watch for the snipers and counter.
Okay. All right. That'll give them an advantage. That'll give anybody with a range an advantage because you do trigger that. So that's your action. They take their shots. I'm not going to roll for them because they're not going to hit anything. Your mirror images, do they have?
They have an armor class.
They do have an armor class? All right,
it's 10 plus my dex. So all their armor classes on the mirror images are 11.
All right. So I will make the roll then. Let's make a d20 roll here. All right, so those are sailing wide as your mirror images are running towards them, which gives everyone else an advantage on a ranged attack roll. So the captain, he's not moving from his position, so he's holding his action, which would lead to you, Ukla, because the captain does not have a ranged weapon.
Lou, I'm burning my rage, and I'm taking my two-handed sword, and I'm running into the fog.
Just so you know, when you burn your rage, if you do not attack on every action, you lose that rage.
I know. Well, what I'm going to do is, now that you said that, I'm going to go in. I'm going to start going, and once I see them, then I'm going to burn my rage.
I will give you make a perception roll with an advantage because you can see where the arrows are coming from.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Ukla, I baited myself so that the archers are exposed. So you know where they are, all right?
So what is it?
He said it's not necessarily that they're exposed, but you can see the arrows and the direction that they're coming. But for him to be able to see the which he made, he would have to make a perception roll. Your passives weren't going to cut it. So you see one of the guys. He's about 30 yards. He's about 20 yards away. So that's 60 feet. So you'd have to make a dash, or you would have to run your 30. To make a dash, that's your full move. You can't do anything else except for a bonus action, which would be to burn your rage. You can do that. Just so a bonus action is in addition to your normal attack or action roll. Okay, so rage is a bonus action. I don't know if you have any others on your character sheet. You would have to be able to tell me that.
Bonus action?
Yeah.
No, I don't see anything. I think it's just a rage.
Yeah, all I got is 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah. Okay, Lou. So I'm gonna throw a javelin in then. If I see him, so can I throw a javelin?
What's the range of the javelin? And yes, if it has the range, you can absolutely throw it. The range of a javelin is 30 to 120 feet. So yes, you can attack him. Go ahead and make your roll.
And you said advantage, right, Lou?
Yes. For this, you'll have the advantage. So make sure you switch it.
Okay. So that's a 10. I'm just gonna roll twice.
Okay.
That's a 10. And a 15.
All right.
I did 5 points of damage.
You throw that, and you can see one of them get hit, and he turns. So that's your guy. I'm not going to I don't have a map for this, so we're just going to have to go for theater of the mind. So Ukla you can see Ukla takes his stance, and he throws it. So did you move? You didn't say.
No, I didn't move. I stood still, and I just threw it.
All right, so you're just standing at that position and throwing. You can hear one of the men, ugh! And all right, so Narcissus, we're back to you, I think. Yeah,
That comes
Narcissus.
to me.
Yep.
I
This
gotta
is
do
round
another
2.
30 feet before I get to see them, right?
Say again?
Oh wait, so I'm use Eldritch Blast. So I
That
get
has the
the
range,
that can
right?
shoot range. Yep,
Are you going to attack the
it's
one
120 feet.
that Danny's hitting? Because that's the only one that you can clearly see now.
Yeah, that's the one I'm hit.
Okay. Make a roll, please. All right, so with that 18, you raise your hands and you let it out. As he gets hit with that thing, the blast smacks him.
And I'm gonna move forward.
All right, and you're going to move.
Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit more closer,
All right,
but not.
how far are
I
you
want to
moving?
move close enough to be 15 feet away from where they're attacking from, but I want to still be in the open to be bait so that they can give our archers advantage to hit them.
Okay, so you can't do a dash. Now, when I told him he was 20 yards away, so that's 60 feet. You can move your full 30 to get within 30, because you're not going to
Yeah.
get within 15.
Fine.
That'd have to be your next round.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
As long as it's still bait, and as long as it still shows that gives everyone else the ability
Right.
to shoot them back.
So, what I'm going to do is...
Let's see, it says here
What's the duration for that spell again?
1 minute.
All right, so it's 10 rounds. So
With 2
I'm already-
duplicates, you must roll
he's
an
already
8 or higher. With a duplicate, you must roll 11 or higher. A duplicate AC equals 2. Okay, what else is it? To determine whether the attack instead hits one of your duplicates. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
So in other words, it's essentially a
Left two.
persuasion roll.
I have to roll a d20,
Mhm.
and then if I have 3 duplicates, which I still have,
Yep.
then I have to roll a 6 or higher, then it hits one of my duplicates, and then they have to do the AC thing. I have to roll 8 or higher if I only have 2. And if I have 1, I have to roll 11 or higher.
Okay.
The AC and the duplicates is 10 plus my dex. So the more of them they miss, the less likely they'll hit me.
All right, so roll the d20 to determine whether or not they're going to hit your duplicates or you.
Well, they got to run attack first. Right? Is that?
That's
Yeah,
not,
I
how,
just
that's,
rolled.
not that's not how I'm reading that. It's like,
Alright.
let's see. You can use your action to dismiss it. Each time a creature targets you with an
I rolled a
attack
14.
during the
It's a
spell's
duplicate.
duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. Yeah.
It's
So
a duplicate.
essentially disarming your foes to attack the duplicates instead of you,
Right.
which you did. Didn't roll the first time, but this is fine. We're just figuring that one out, and I hope we got it right.
It's a
think
new
we got it
toy.
right. Yeah. So all right. So they're going to attack your duplicates instead of you, instead of anyone in the instead of the party, because they are charging in that direction where the arrows are coming. So I'm going to make that roll. And they hit. The crossbow does 1d4.
1d8.
And the HP for your duplicates, it doesn't say.
It just has to be hit. So once they hit it, it's
Okay.
gone. It's dead.
All right.
So it falls. I have 2 left.
So
mean, 3 left.
that first one falls. You have 2 left because you have
2
3
left.
duplicates, right?
2 duplicates.
All
Yes.
So now we're going to the next attack roll,
So I have to roll again.
which is no. I'm not rolling. I'm just doing one roll for all the attackers, to the nearest one, just to hopefully speed this along a little bit better. Now the next is the captain. He's also going to he takes a javelin off of his horse and takes a throw at the only one that is now exposed because he's crackling with energy. He's a little toasty, and he has a spear sticking out. So he's going to take that attack roll. Make that. And create a thing for him. So I'm going to do his proficiency in that. And it's an advantage. So I'm going to do another one. With the second roll, he does hit it. And the javelin does how much damage?
Javelin does
D8?
1d6.
1d6. Okay. All right. So with the total amount of damage that he's sustained so far, he gets hit with the javelin, he's exposed, gets hit with the Eldritch Blast, and then the third one he falls back and you can see the javelin sticking up from the ground under the just poking out of the vegetation. So that leaves an unknown amount of attackers remaining. So that leaves Ukla to decide what you want to do. All right, you went from laughing to telling us what? What are you telling us?
No, hold on, because I'm thinking I don't want to head in because I don't know where any of them are at. So I'm gonna stay my ground.
Okay. So you stand your ground, and that means you're holding your attack. Yes.
Correct.
All right. So we're back to you, Narcissus. Again, you still don't see any of the other attackers. They're attempting to attack they attempted to attack your duplicates prior to, but
Another 30 feet, going closer.
okay.
Do I see anything?
Make a perception check. All right, so you get a dirty 20. You can see one of the men. He's in a tree, and he has his bolt quiver, and he is just taking pot shots. Doesn't necessarily notice you. All right. So you just crack him. I'm going to roll athletics based on your Eldritch Blast. And if he does not make it, he gets knocked out of that tree. That's a lot of damage. 20. All right, so you hit him, and he's like, ah! And he falls out of the tree. Hits the ground. It's about a 20-foot fall. Now where you were,
36.
he was at least another 40 feet away. So you hit him, and when he fell, you estimated that he's now about 50 feet away. Judging on the direction that he fell out of the tree. All right. So I need you to roll for your duplicates. You have what is it? An 8 or better now?
8 or better now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got hit.
All right. So now they're just going at whomever is still in the trees is going to shoot a crossbow at you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
that hits.
That hits, and crossbow is 1d6.
1d8.
Oh, excuse me. Roll that again. So now you find yourself under fire.
I got hit.
All right, so the captain is going to try to make a perception check to see about the one that did hit you. And I'm going to make that roll here. And nope, he does not get that.
The sun is in his eyes.
So he's like, ah! He still can't place where that assassin is. So that's his action.
Lewis, I'm going to do a perception check too.
Coming back to you, Ukla. So go ahead and make your roll. You know what? I haven't been doing
16.
this.
I got a 16.
Okay, so you do find him, and this is what we should be doing. So you can make a ranged attack if you have it. You have other javelins, yes?
Is it still at an advantage or no?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so it's a good thing that you rolled that first 24 because the second one was a 1. You'd have been like, I just stabbed your own leg and shit.
Did I hit him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 24
yeah,
with
24.
that did 10 points of damage.
All right, so I'm
Yo,
gonna roll the athletics. Let's see if he manages to stay in the tree. By the way, this is also going to apply to you guys in those situations, so keep that in mind, depending on the amount of damage. All right, so that. So again, you like, yeah. He's like, oh, and he falls out of the tree and hits the ground. All right.
How high are they up? Do they take damage from
It's
falling
about
down
20
from the tree?
feet, and yeah, they take additional damage. But
Okay.
Narcissus, the one that's directly ahead of you is about 50 feet. The one that just fell out of a tree, that guy's about 35 feet to your left. You can see, you're just like, you're focusing on that guy when you bolted him, and you see this guy hit the ground with a javelin in his side.
Do I see any other ones up there?
You don't. You'd have to declare that as an action to do your perception check.
I'm just gonna blast the one on the ground then.
The one to the left, or to
The one the one who just fell.
All right, make your roll.
He's gonna have him do the electric boogie.
And I'll make my way towards
All
him
right,
too.
so this one, because he's prone, you're going to be at a disadvantage from a range. So you're going to have to roll again. Roll it again. All right, so either way, you hit him. You do actually more damage with the disadvantage roll.
Okay.
So
He's like,
you crackle him, and you get him.
Yo, and I'm making my way towards him, and he can see the hate in my fucking eyes.
He just stabs himself in the throat. He's like, I'm not taking it alive.
Does he really do that, Lou?
No, he doesn't do that. But Narcissus
He's gonna wish.
going.
He's gonna wish he did when I catch him.
Okay, so he was 35 feet away. So you're gonna make your full move, your full 30.
Yep, 30 feet.
Okay, so you're gonna get within combat. With that, he takes out his short sword to attack you. Now, let's see where we are in the initiative order. All right, okay, so that's him, and then the other soldier gets up from his prone position. Actually, he was prone, so he has to make his action to get up. Unfortunately, so that's his attack. When you're prone, you have to use an attack to get up. Is that correct?
Yeah, or the attack from the ground with penalty.
Right. So, well, seeing the hate in your eyes, he would definitely attack from the ground with the penalty. So he'd be at a disadvantage. Let me see here. Prone. Da. Only options.
He's stupid, Steve.
Okay, yeah.
Yo, Steve,
so
how are them dudes getting back up after falling out of a tree 20 feet?
That's
I know my
2d6, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Them niggas is dead.
26
You
per
have
foot.
broken limbs. You should definitely have a broken limb.
Listen, if we started doing things like that, you'd be a paraplegic by now.
Yeah, he's right. You should listen to him.
You look like a spider with 4 legs and 5 arms.
Dude, I am a paraplegic.
Oh.
I'm always foiling the role.
All right, so I'm going to do 2 rolls. It's at a disadvantage to attack you.
10,
So it's a
10, 13.
13.
Still hits me
It still hits you.
because my armor class is 12.
Okay. So he's like, no, get away, Snake Man. Yeah. Short sword.
D6
It's D6, okay.
plus strength.
So I will just roll a D6, no strength bonus. It does 1, so he just barely nicks you. He's like, get away from me. I can see your fangs. All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm a freaking bite him.
Now, the other one is I'm going to make a roll to see who he targets, either the captain or Hukla. He resets his crossbow from the. He already had it notched, so he fell out of the tree. He's just trying to aim, and I'll roll a d4. 1 to 2 is Ukla, and 2 to 4 is the captain. And naturally, it's Ukla. So let's see. It's the attack roll with a disadvantage. So your armor class is what, Ukla?
13.
All right, so he does
13.
hit you. He does hit you with that crossbow bolt. Miracle of miracles. Okay. He had a 21 or 15. That's a disadvantage. So now you take 2 points. So he just grazes you as he's firing from the ground.
I'm heading towards him.
Is it D8? I'm sorry, I rolled that around.
It's a crossbow, right?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
D8.
So he went from grazing you to
How much damage you did?
8 points.
Full damage from the bow.
Full damage from the bow. He's like, no,
painful.
You will not take me alive, you bastards. He's like, I am Ukla because I didn't do rage. I am fucked up. The rage wouldn't have worked anyway because he had nobody.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't use it.
Okay, so now we're back to the captain. Again, he takes one of his. He only had 2 javelins this time, but he's attacking. He's doing it at a disadvantage because the guy is prone at range. So I get D20. What do I roll here? Just keep the 3. And he misses. He just sails wide because of the disadvantage. We're back to the top of the order. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Ukla.
Lou, I'm gonna. Can I charge him and then attack him?
You can, but he is still too far. You can do a dash to get to melee range, but that's your entire action. Okay.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the
if
dash.
you do a full move, that's 30 feet, which leaves you another 25 feet to get to him. So that would be on the next round.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. I'm going to do a full move. I'm going to do half a move, and then it'll be 25 feet, right?
No, a full move is 30. A half is 15.
And the dash. The dash is the 60. Full move. Am I correct?
No, a dash is 60. That's one. That takes up your entire action. So you think of it this way. When you move, it's half of your action. So you can essentially move within 30 feet. You can move freely in any direction, so long as you are unencumbered. Then you can attack or do another action. If you do dash, it's 60 feet, but you get there faster, but you have to wait till the next round in order to attack.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the 60 feet, and then I'm going to burn my rage.
Okay, so actually you can do that. So that's your bonus action. You get it. Mm-hmm. You running up to him like,
yeah, I'm mad.
He's just staring at you like, roll your intimidation.
Watch me roll a 1.
He's like, I love you.
15.
All right, so I'm just gonna make a D20 roll to see if he resists that. All right, so he's like, ah! So your attack roll is gonna be at an advantage for the next round.
Right now he's peeing out himself.
He was in the middle of reloading his crossbow. He's like,
but I know what I'm going to do. I already know what I'm going to do to this guy.
With a super sword. He's like, that's a really sharp sword. Yes, I just bought it.
It's brand new. Okay, what's
right.
next is them, right? Oh, no, Narcissus is next.
Narcissus is next. He's just like, you son of a bitch, I'm going to eviscerate you. I'm going to experiment on your corpse. What are you doing?
I'm going to fucking bite him.
Jesus Christ. It's just like, ah!
He's still prone, right?
Yeah, he is still prone. But 24. you're within melee, so you don't have a disadvantage. You actually have an advantage, which is the 24. This is just a weird disadvantage roll when it comes to combat. All right, so I'm going to make the DC roll for the Constitution and whether or not you're inflicting poison damage. And he resists the poison, but it is half damage, so it's 2. So it's 3 points total. So you can feel him. He's like, oh, mercy, sir. Please.
He's asking the wrong person.
Yeah, he is definitely asking the wrong person. So he's going to try to disengage from you. In other words, wrestle out. So it's a dex check. All right, it's a dex. opposed dex.
Well, it's not a grapple. It's just a bite.
It's just a bite. Okay, so he's disengaging and turning to run. He's just dropping his crossbow. He still has his short sword in his scabbard, and he's just turning to run. So that's his disengage action, and he books it out of there. It's a cartoon shit. He's like, you see a puff of smoke and his shadow in the smoke and shit.
He's like,
yeah, it's seriously Benny Hill action. All right, so Danny, so Ukla, excuse me. He's just like, in the panic, he turns to shoot. He has a disadvantage to the attack roll. I'm like 2 attack rolls here, 1, 2, and what the fuck? So
it's the 21 and
so
the
it doesn't
15.
matter. So he's like, he's like, shit. He's intimidated. He's still attacking me. This is bullshit. Take it. All right, but with your rage, you take half damage.
And the totem, and the bear totem too. So I'll take half, right?
So did you call that? Because you didn't. You just did the
No,
rage.
no. When I go rage, it's the bear totem now.
Are you sure?
Am I correct, Steve?
I don't think you are.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm not a barbarian. Never played that.
Anyways, the
Hold
bear
on,
totem. I can take
let
half
me-
damage except for psionics.
Hold on for a second.
Except for psionics, if I'm correct. I know I take half damage from everything except from psionics. Psionics does full damage.
All right.
You know, if you click on your character sheet, it'll tell you.
Hold on. I'm
Instead of making us pull out books and look up shit on the internet. Just
features, right, Lewis?
Yes,
Features and
features.
traits.
Features and traits. Look on the bear totem.
Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
just
it
click one
gives you
range.
it gives you the resistance. The only difference is the bear totem, whereas the rage gives you a limited resistance. This gives you resistance to everything except psychic damage.
Oh, you the man.
So what do you mean resistance to third? That means I take no damage?
You take half
Half
damage.
damage.
You take half damage
Okay.
from
In the
every
game.
So that means I take half damage from magic,
Yes.
poison,
Yes.
everything. Okay,
As
As long as it ain't psychic
As
damage,
long as
like
it's
I
not
can do to
psychic.
you,
right.
then you
why
can.
why did you have to throw that in there?
We're supposed to be friends. Like,
Notice
for
how
real,
he
like,
threw that
just
in there.
rub
That
it
shit
in.
was
It's
wrong, dude.
just
Yeah,
good
he
to
just-
know if I can kill you. That's all.
Okay, so Lou, I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
so
to knock
hold
him
on,
out. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta make the damage roll, and
Why
now
is
that
it
I
still
remember, it's a
blurry?
D8. All right, so it's 3. It's 3 damage.
That's
Okay,
make sure you
hold on.
take
Let
that
me
off.
take it off. I'm 24. Okay, Lou, I'm gonna go to knock him out.
Okay.
That means if you do fatal damage, he knocks him out instead of killing him, and that's only can done with melee.
So,
Yeah.
are you taking the damage off? I'm looking at your character sheet. Doesn't look like you are.
No, I am. I'm at 24 hit points.
How are you doing that?
I'm just taking it off here.
Because I don't trust you. You lie a lot. All right.
No,
it's
I'm
fine.
at
It's
24
fine.
hit
I
points.
got you. I'm just kidding.
My max is 35. My current is 24.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to knock him out.
All right, so the captain can't do
I'm gonna
anything. He
hit-
has no range, but he's taking out a sword and making his move towards the assailants, following you guys. And now it's Ukla's turn. You're going to attempt to knock him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the flat of the sword.
Okay, you still have to make an. You have an
Yeah, he's got a
advantage.
cleave him.
And I had an advantage. You said right?
Yes.
Yep.
I know what I said. I said it. I'm the one that said it. And it's a good thing. I don't know why you're rolling an unarmed strike, but it's fine. It still has the same bonus.
Well, because it's the same thing.
No.
Am I correct?
Ukla, you just gotta do a regular attack.
Yeah.
If your attack's gonna kill him, you can tell him instead of you killing him, you knock him out.
Oh, okay.
So do it again
Okay.
using your weapon.
Yeah,
Okay.
use your weapon.
Oh, I thought it was unarmed. Okay, I got
No.
you.
Unarmed is a punch.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do a lot of damage for a punch.
Yeah, he does.
All right.
So 25 and a 10.
So you're.
That's still shit damage.
Boom! And he's like, no! He turned, you smack him so hard that he turns over on his stomach. And you did not attempt to kill him, correct?
Yes. Just knocking him out. Just knock them out.
Okay, so I don't have to make anything other than that. So you do that. Now we get back to the top of the order with Narcissus. It's your attack. The homeboy, he turned to run. He's like, no, please.
No one else is attacking?
No, you're focused on that guy, so you don't know if anyone else is attacking. It's just that guy.
Well, I'm in the tree line now.
Yeah, no, I understand. Are you going to stop and take a survey, or you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around, see if I find different targets.
Make a perception roll, please. You don't see anybody. Now, the only thing you can do at this point is move and then wait for your next round to attack.
So if I don't see nobody, then I'm going to go after that guy.
Okay.
So I'll move my 30 feet towards it.
He's like, no, please, stop, mercy. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So here's how it works. He sees you coming back, and he turns to you. He's like, please. He drops to his knees. He's like, please, sir, mercy. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I'm freezing him in place.
You catch up to him. He's like, ugh. He has nothing in his hands. He has his palms out to you. He's like, ugh. Looking at the ground. He's like, please, sir. He's bleeding from his neck from a snake bite that he didn't expect. Please, sir, don't hurt me. Please.
Yo, if I wanted to make a will save to control myself, what would I have to roll? Wisdom?
It would be wisdom.
Nah, I hit him.
Okay.
I hit him real hard.
All right.
I'm gonna bite him again. I miss.
You bite, but you catch the shoulder of his leather and you just scrape along. You can hear him like, ah!
So at that point, I hold him down then.
Because you did do the intimidation, so he's going to be. I'm not going to even roll the save. He's going to be at a disadvantage no matter what. You're biting it at. I'm a warlock.
So I hold him. I'll hold him down. Right. I don't got no rope or nothing.
Okay. So the men finally, they break ranks and they come over to where you are after assessing. They were fighting themselves. So I didn't do a group combat because that would take forever. But there were at least two more men that they had taken out that were in cover. So I also didn't do the cover penalties, but forget about that. We'll do that next time.
It's an AC bonus.
Yes, it's just that's what I meant.
I'm grabbing my guy, and I'm bringing him towards the camp.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there holding this guy down. I tell him, somebody better come save this guy's ass.
So a couple of the men, they come and grab him, take off his weapon. They're looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's in robes. He's just like, I'm gonna rip, stamp, eviscerate, experiment. Just
he goes to the tree. He goes to the tree and starts beating up the tree.
Start crawling at the tree. He's like, son of a bitch. All right, so you guys you're dragging your unconscious foe. Mm-hmm. The men had tied up, and a couple of them had brought out some shackles, and they shackled him up.
Hold on. Not my guy.
Not your guy. I'm talking about Narcissus' guy. And bring him back to the camp.
I'm gonna search him.
It's gonna be either shackle him or shackle me.
Hold on, guys. Get Steve. Give me.
So the captain looks at he looks at you, Narcissus, like, are you sure you're not a warrior? It's like warrior sorcerer. It is.
Is there a campfire still going on?
No, you guys were riding and they hadn't set one up. Plus, the dawn was coming. There was no need for a campfire right away.
I'm gonna check the guy first.
All right. So while you guys are doing that, Durzo, I'm gonna go to Durzo. You are at the. You ride in. You get back to the keep. There are at least half dozen men on three men on both sides of the door. They salute at the sergeant. He gets off. You get off. You walk in. You can see there are some people in there that are attempting to clean up the messes from the blood and everything. They politely get out of the way as you guys are walking in. So where do we begin?
So what I'm going to do is say, Sergeant Carbo, since we now know that Garrett has infiltrated your men with mixing his people in. First thing I should say is keep everyone at a distance. Another thing, if they have crossbows, they can't. We gotta make sure that they don't have them around us. Just for now. That's the only that's one thing that I'm thinking of as we approach, especially at the keep.
Well, you mean you were telling them before you got to the keep? Because I already explained that you were inside.
No. We were riding, and I explained that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to the gate. Okay, so I said the best thing right now is you and we go in there and let's see if we could find something to tell us a different story. Because what happened is that we rushed, in a sense of we found tracks. There had to be an escape route. It comes in the basement. There was an escape route, but I want to see if there's another story to.
Wait a minute. You did not know you didn't actually see the escape route. You just saw the plans, right? You just assumed.
No, I went to over there, and you said that I went through the thing, right?
The
tunnel?
No,
I didn't go through that
the tunnel. No, you went through the courtyard, climbed the wall badly.
Okay.
And I saved you from falling off the wall.
All right. So basically,
by not allowing you to roll another one.
All right. So basically, I'm going to say that there had to be a way of them getting out without nobody noticing. So I want to be able to see if I find something, a clue. There has to be a clue here. And what we got to do is stop everybody from touching anything. So whoever's here doing stuff, we got to stop them.
Okay. So he says, you heard the man. Stop what you're doing. So as if whatever's in their hand is suddenly acid. The people are like just dropping, whatever they're using to clean up the messes, and they stand back like,
We need everybody to leave the keep.
You heard him. Everyone out. You up there. Out. At the top of the stairs, they looked like somebody was wiping down the banister. She had her. It looks like it's shaped as a woman. She has she has a dress. She has the frock, and she's wiping. And then he said, "You up there, out!" And she stops, and then turns and bolts towards the captain's room.
Chase her. I'm chasing her.
Stop! I said. So,
I'm running full speed.
Okay. So you get to
pull out my short sword.
Pull out your sword. You get to the door, and as you can see, there's an open window where one of his windows were, to the left, and there's a figure. It's a short figure. You can't really gauge the size because of the dress. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna throw my sword at her.
Okay. So before you do, she turns and you can see it's Marie.
Oh my Lord.
She doesn't smile at you. She looks extremely sad. She's like, "I'm sorry. He made me." And she jumps.
Fucking throwing it.
Okay, make your roll. I'm going to say that you're at a disadvantage because she stopped you.
What? What happened?
Roll twice.
Yeah, what happened? You attempted to use a roll command? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Are you doing it on?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Doing it on D&D Beyond? You may need to refresh your screen. Every so often, you should probably refresh your screen anyway.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Now.
Roll again. All right. So that roll, that 8, the throw of the sword, because of your shock and surprise at seeing who it was, it misses and hits the frame of the window. So and she jumps up.
So I'm running out. I'm running to the window and I'm jumping out. They're outside. I'm gonna scream out to the sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
Okay. Let's see. Where are you here? Blah, blah, blah. You're gonna need to make, when you get to the window to jump out. It's dawn. As you guys, no, it's still nighttime. I'm sorry, because of the time difference. So you get to the window and you don't see her right away. It's still pretty dark. There's a light behind you, but not light in front of you. You're going to need to make a perception check. Okay, so just before you get to jumping straight out, to your right, on in your peripheral, she's running along the eaves. You can barely hear her because of her size, and she already ditched the dress.
She's running along the eaves in the back. I'm gonna scream it to the sergeant. So I'm jumping down to chase her.
He calls down to the men. I need you to make an athletics roll. It's a 15 or better.
Sure, it ain't acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics. You're right. So we'll discount the athletics roll. Roll acrobatics, even though it's going to be the same proficiency bonus. All right. Actually, it wasn't. You're proficient in acrobatics. All right. So you jump and you almost slip on the loose tiling because of your weight, and you're able to follow her, but your speed is going to be cut in half because you realize that this place, the outside of this place isn't necessarily as well kept as the inside. So it's
totally
making
fine.
At that angle, it's making you have to run slower. For her size, she's running at full speed.
I'm pulling out my bow and I'm going to shoot her in her back.
All right. So you're going to roll that at a disadvantage. It's your one opportunity attack. Roll again. Okay, so you rolled a 1. So you completely missed that. Roll acrobatics because of the 1 again. You had 15 or better. Okay, so you don't lose your footing, but you almost did. At this point, she gets to the other end of the eaves and jumps right off.
Chase her down.
All right. When you get there, because again, your speed is reduced. By the time you get there, you're looking even with a roll. I'm not going to tell you don't bother rolling. She's gone, and she's completely gone into whatever darkness is there.
Fuck. Okay. Tracker.
All right. Jump down. No rolls necessary. I don't like to roll for every single thing. Roll to track. Roll your survival with a disadvantage. All right, so you're not able to find her footprints.
These are garbage fucking dialogue.
So the men finally come around. They have their torches at hand, and their weapons are bared. And the sergeant's like, "Where?" It's like, "What did?" He's like, "What did you see?" It's like,
Garrett's female, Marie, the dwarfling human. She was cleaning it off. So
he's like, "Are you sure?"
Positive. I know her very well.
It's like, I know her intimately.
And that he does.
Okay. So he said, "What the hell?" He said, what was she doing? So he's cleaning what off? What are you talking about? So he tells his men to fan out and find her. So they go in all different directions.
I'm gonna say, Sergeant, come with me. And I'm gonna say it low, if there was any evidence, she was probably sent there to clean it up. So all the blood, any tracks, now it's gonna probably be 10 times harder. But I'm gonna try my best to hopefully find something.
Okay. So you're going back into the house?
Yes.
All right. Back into the house. The servants are all waiting outside. They're confused as to what's going on. So one of the men are like, one of the men is like, what do we do with this lot? And he just said, send them away. And they all
wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, Sergeant. She had to get some type of permission to get into this house. How did she get into this place? Who's in charge of the housekeeping here?
It's just the major domo's dead, so no one. So we just sent for people to come clean, for some villagers to come clean the home. So there's no one specifically in charge of these folks.
Okay, so that's a dead end. So back upstairs, looking at the area where she was wiping off. Mm-hmm. She did stop because she got called. I'm checking around that area, see if I find anything.
Okay.
Investigation at a disadvantage, correct?
Not at a disadvantage, but you just need to make it's a difficult roll. So 17 or better on that roll. And you can get
normal.
You can get 3 attempts.
Hold on, D, before you roll. Hold on.
Here we go.
Mama Jama, please help her, Mama Jama. I haven't summoned your power, but I can't mention the rest of the words. Roll.
Yeah, please don't do that.
That's 1.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It didn't show up. I didn't see it.
25. I rolled a natural 20.
But it didn't show up on the...
Oh, that shit better show up. Because I rolled it.
Because every other roll that you're rolling shows up on the Roll20 screen.
Oh, you know what must have happened? The dice. You know how that dice rolls on the sheet?
Yeah,
no, I'm looking at it. It says check. 20 plus 5.
There's no way for me to... 20. I don't see it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just share your screen real quick. I'm not saying that I don't believe you, but I don't believe you.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something. Lately, you've been...
Go ahead. You can share it now.
Lately, you've been getting a little, I don't know how much you pay these people, but I'm gonna find out.
All right.
You see it?
Yeah, hold on for a second.
Yeah, look at it right there. 20 plus 5. Yeah, he's right.
Okay.
Hold the natural 20.
All right.
See, I told you that was a dice roller. I told you.
Dude, this shit is garbage, bro.
So that first pass, you're frustrated. You don't see it. You're just like, and you're getting frustrated. You finally find under that there was a table with some with some flowers and a bowl of fruit. Seemed innocuous, but underneath there was a small hidden compartment.
All right,
and
check it.
That unfortunately is empty. But that's what she was looking at or looking for.
So the compartment is empty.
Mm-hmm.
That means she probably found. I'm gonna explain to him. I'm gonna say, Sergeant, now it's even gotten worse.
So what do you mean? He said, what did you find?
I'm gonna say, Sergeant, I'm going to take them away. Well, there's nobody in the place anyway,
just
right?
you two.
I'm going to go over what happened, why the reason I'm in town.
Okay, hold on a second. So you're going to tell him the entire story.
I'm going to do it short story. I'm going to explain to it short story.
So you're going to have to explain to you're going to have to verbalize it because the length of this story.
I'm going to say,
Narcissus had to do it over a campfire.
Oh my Lord, Danny, shut up! Just shut up! Just shut up!
Question for you, man. Are you gonna do
what question? You're not even there. You're not even there. Just be quiet.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Edgar Allan Poe or H.P. Lovecraft? How are you gonna do it?
No, it's gonna be H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay.
So it's gonna be full of racism. Go ahead.
Listen, that fucking dwarf.
Yeah, bro, that's not funny, okay? That's not ha ha ha.
So anyway, I'm gonna say Carbo, Sergeant Carbo. You know Lohmeyer?
I've heard of the place. Never been myself.
Okay.
Why?
My companions and I, when we went to Lohmeyer, when we came upon Lohmeyer, Lohmeyer was being attacked. It was being attacked by a summoner, a conjurer, a man of magic. He's looking for things, 3 specific things. So when my companions and I, we helped the village out from being destroyed. Some people have died, but we saved most of the village. One person that died was a scholar that was from this fort. Mm-hmm. Do you know the missing child that's posted at the inn?
No, I don't drink. So
okay.
I have no reason to go to an inn.
So supposedly at this specific inn, there is a posting for a missing child. The child is related to the scholar. To make the story short, the conjurer is looking for 3 specific items. We found 2. The Lord Commander had 1 item. And when we spoke with him, he wouldn't talk to us about it. He said that it was something that he would not talk. If they found the item, which I believe that's what that compartment was for, there's a good possibility that the commander is dead because there is no need to keep him alive. Now things have gotten 10 times worse.
How so?
Because now the conjurer has that item.
How do you know?
And Garrett is part of that. If Marie is alive, she joined with Garrett and she helped bring the item to the conjurer. The conjurer wants to unleash a supernatural evil that's from the tomb of Marietta. And we're trying to prevent it. We've been chasing after him. My companions and I have been stalling him little by little, preventing him from doing more harm. But he has companions. He paid off Garrett. That was known. That was a known fact because Garrett admitted it.
So now what? I said that's a fantastically horrible story, but so we lost the girl, we lost whatever she stole, and we don't know where she's going. And if she's skilled enough to get into this house, under my guards' noses, which isn't very difficult to be honest, what's the likelihood that we're going to be able to find her?
Right now, we're gonna have to go out there with some torches, and we gotta find some type of trail, something that I could hold on to and just keep on going. That's what I do. That's what I specialize in.
Okay, so so you're a tracker.
Yes, sir.
Wait.
Something that I could hold on to.
This Marie, she worked at the bathhouse, yes?
Yes, sir.
So doesn't she have a brother there?
Yes, she does.
And she thinks he's dead.
So he's just saying, he calls to one of his men. He's like, find me the boy from the bathhouse. What was his name again? He looks at you.
You never gave me his name.
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
he did.
Several times, in fact.
Well, too many times.
I don't have his name written down. Wait a minute.
Was it like Moose or something?
Moose.
No. Danny,
Okay.
shut the fuck up.
This is the Pluses song all again. Okay, I will give you. Oh, you made the roll for the investigation. You can't place it. You think it starts with?
Wait a minute. Give me just
an
1
M,
second. Let me
an
see.
M or an N. Don't remember.
Trapper Bart. No, I don't got it. I never got it. I'm sorry.
All right. So he's like, whatever his name is, find that boy. So a couple of the soldiers, they give the salute and they leave the house. And you can hear their horses after several moments trot off.
Moose.
You're an ass. Okay, so what he says so. If we find that boy and he has any knowledge of it, I'll get it out of him one way or the other.
Okay. I'm gonna keep on trying to see if I can find the tracks.
Okay, unfortunately, with all the other soldiers trampling all over the area,
It's done.
Yeah.
All right. I already got it. So
Plus that 3 hour story.
wasn't a 3-hour story. Yo, Danny, when you were there fighting, I didn't bother you or nothing like that. Shut the fuck up. All right.
there's a lot.
I hope your cat fucking dies from a heart attack and shits on itself.
Damn. son.
Yo, this is the second time he wishes my animal.
Oh my
to
God.
die, man.
There's a lot of
Oh my
hate
God,
there.
damn.
What the hell?
Hate that shit, man. Damn. I barely get any real time. Leave me the fuck alone.
You don't want to split off.
Wait, hold
Anyway,
on.
so
Hold on. I got one last thing to say. Those pluses. Coming on in the moonlight.
Damn it, Danny.
God damn it, Danny, stop that. All right. So he says, I guess let's ride into town. I doubt that you're gonna, unless you have any other business here. I'd rather not keep the Lord's house in such a condition. We'll get the people to come back in soon. We'll lock this up and seal it. You said that there was a hidden tunnel or something like that. What?
No. That basically never happened because
because you never saw it. Okay,
right.
So he says, let's just go back into town and see what we can find.
Right.
And
Okay.
We'll go to you get to the bathhouse. There are men inside. It was closed, and that's the first indication for you anyway, because that place is always open. It was closed up, and the boy is not there, but you can see signs of a struggle on the inside of when you get to the second floor where her room was at, where she took you, and where she had Garrett beating him on the bed.
Start checking. Investigation.
Okay, you don't have to roll that.
Don't roll. You suck. Don't roll.
Yeah. Actually, your passive is pretty high. So when you're looking through it, you find what on one of the overturned tables, the overturned nightstand. There's a parchment there, and you pull it out, and he says, meet me at this location, he says, meet me in the shanties, or your brother dies.
Okay. So I'm going to say...
And it has a G on it for Garrett.
Sergeant Carbo.
So what'd you find?
Look
He's
what I
looking
found.
around. He's like, "This is an awful mess."
I'm going to show it to him.
He looks at you and he turns and he walks out. He's like, "Mount up.
Carbo.
We're going to
Sergeant.
the shanties."
Sergeant.
What do you want, bitch? No. Okay, I'm sorry. He turns. He turns to you like, and waits for you to say something.
So I'm going to tell him to come come
So
over.
we're
I don't
gonna
want these
fucking
other
make
guys
out,
to
nigga?
hear.
What's going on?
And I'm gonna say, even your guys, they might be with them. So we have to be very wary. They're heading out. Let them go head first, and then we'll come in from behind. But be ready.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have my swords ready, my bow. Let's go.
All right. When you get to the shanty, the area of the shanties that he tells you, it takes you maybe about 30 minutes to get there, and 30 is generous. So between 10 to 15 minutes hard riding your horses. You get to that spot. You find what looked like a makeshift encampment with better tents than the shanties around you, but they've been abandoned. The campfire has been snuffed out, and with your investigation, you notice a drag mark, like someone had been dragged to to drag to a horse. Looks like a large human, a large body, was dragged to a horse, and they made out southeast.
Okay. Does it look like the same direction as where these guys went?
As a matter of fact, with that large drag mark, you can see the tiny footprints. They could either be a child's, but
it's hers.
It's her, but you have a good sense that they're hers.
Are they fresh? From the point of when she ran to now, within
the last hour? Yes.
I'm gonna say they went that. Where did they go?
Southeast.
Is that towards Lohmeyer?
Correct.
Okay.
The shanties are on the southeast road, so
all right.
You would pass through them in order to get through the south gate.
Okay. I said they're out of here. They left the fort. I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, they have left the area. They're heading towards Lohmeyer and the tomb of Marietta. I'm going to say, Sergeant, this is where I leave you. The captain is that way. So is my allies.
Very well.
But we did find some good information. So I'm going to head that way. Thank you very much for all your help.
All right. So he offers his hand, you shake it,
right.
And both head off in your separate directions. Him with his soldiers, they have to guard the town. That's still their job.
Right.
But he wishes you well and good fortune on your journeys on the journey to come. So with that, I'm going to stop it here, and we will pick this up on the next go around of the increasingly frustrated at the die roller that I did not pay for.
Yes, you did.
I did not pay for any obligatory ones that have been all over the place today. But it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's like, I want to track. I got to find him. Damn it. No. We're going to have, this is going to be Rage highlights. It's going to be the highlights of Rage.
And
we will leave it at that.
A classic song called Pluses All Along in the Moonlight.
Someday in the future, we'll explain what the hell that inside joke is. It's one of the funniest stories that we used to that we told from a way earlier game with one of our friends who passed away recently from the COVID virus. So we miss him, and it's too bad that he's not here to laugh at all of these shenanigans. All right. So for Durzo, Ukla, Narcissus, I'm your DM. My name is Louis. We wish you a fond farewell.